Stan Gibilisco here with a little bit of information for you, or useful information I hope, having to do with conundrums, or is the plural conundra, that you will encounter when you try to include links in text, in plain text. Particularly, I'm referring to the descriptions of videos you make or comments you make within videos. Recently, I got a comment, several comments, from a viewer of my 10G technology video. And I had to reject those comments because they contained within them links that weren't really intended as links. And the problem is that even if you include a link as part of a term, if you put spaces between the words, you're going to get yourself into trouble. And here's what happens. Here's the link I'm referring to, actually the name of the site, scottiestech.info. Notice there's a space between Scotties and tech.info, and notice that there is a period or a dot within info. Now I thought, in his comment he said, go to the site called scottiestech.info. And when he typed that into his comment, the comment interpreted Scotties as a regular word of text in the comment and turned tech.info into a link. Well, that's not the same as the link that he intended to go to, so it defaulted over to something called technology.info, which would never load on any of my machines. Now, I've encountered problems including text with links in it between platforms. Some of them will befuddle Windows platforms and not the Macintosh platforms. Some of them vice versa. It's hard to say. Some of them will default to other links, completely unrelated. And it's just a mess. That's why I'm including the title of the site, not the link that you should go to, but the title of the site, right here, as an image file, so that it can't possibly be interpreted in this video or anything as a link. You can't click on this and expect to get anything. But if you'll go to the Google Advanced Search Engine, and in the phrase box, type exactly this, scottiestech.info, Google will search on sites with these words as a phrase in it. And the site named scottiestech.info, of course, will come up as the first hit. This guy is really interesting, has some really interesting theories and ideas, and I highly recommend that you explore his entire site. My comment was referring in particular to 5G technology and the dangerous microwave radiation, or presumably dangerous microwave radiation, that will permeate the airwaves more and more as technology advances. Even today's wireless technology supposedly causes harmful changes to bacteria in the body, to cells in the body, to organs in the body. And I don't know whether I would agree with this or not, because I simply don't know the facts. I have heard that people who use cell phones a lot tend to develop cancer in the part of their face, and sometimes even in the part of their brain, adjacent to where the cell phone is, or has been, for so many hours of their life. But the cell phone, for one thing, it has to be right up next to their head. And for a second thing, it has to be used a lot. I don't know whether for example, your wireless modem or relay stations that will be included in 5G technology or any other wireless technology present a hazard in and of themselves unless you were to put your head right up next to the antenna, and I mean right up next to it. Then it might have some influence over a long period of time, but I honestly don't know. But go to the videos link in the site sciencewriter-dot-net. Go to the video link at the top, videos. And among those videos, you'll find some that have to do with 5G technology, a lot of them having to do with microwaves, effects on the human body. It's a fascinating site. I am going to have to defer as to whether or not I, quote, agree, unquote, with his claims or allegations, because I honestly do not know enough about it. I know that the Federal Communications Commission in the United States regulates the amount of radio frequency energy that can be transmitted by ham radio operators and the strength of the electromagnetic field, or at least has strong suggestions and recommendations. I'm proud to say that my ham radio station does not exceed those recommendations, even if you stand right next to the antenna, because I run such low power. But this is the name of the site you should visit. And in order to find it, what you should do is Google on the phrase scottystech.info. Google on that in the advanced search engine, preferably, as a phrase, and include this space and include that as a dot, just as I have imaged it here. And you should find some very interesting stuff. Stan Gibilisco signing off. Until next time, so long.